May Allah bring ease to all of us in this hard time. Till then, let us start our online class. So, this lecture is from Science Fact File 2, Chapter 2, Plants and Their System. But before we dig in, let us have an introductory concept on levels of organization and compare plants and animal systems. So the learning objectives of this class is this lecture aims to explain the level of organization from smallest, simpler level to the highest level. It also explains the similarities in the fundamental structure and function of living organisms. So, what is a living organism? All organisms on earth fulfills seven characteristics of life processes, is defined as living. Can you recall any of them? Pause the video and recall a few of them. Yes, they are feeding, respiration, growth, excretion, reproduction, respond, and movement. Living things are highly organized and structured. Plants and animals are the two broad categories into which living things are classified. They can differ in size, ranging from small birds and plants to large elephants and trees. No matter if it is a plant or an animal, their structure is made from cells. But do you know what is cell made from? Let us take examples of city. Do you know how city originated? As you know, everything is made up of atoms. So let us start from atoms. The small atoms having a nucleus in the center and electrons in their surroundings join together to make molecules. These molecules join together to make the smallest unit of city, that is called brick. These bricks join to form walls, and many walls join to form buildings. Variety of buildings join together to make a city. So now you know that brick is the smallest unit of city. Let us take an example of organisms origin. So atoms join together to make molecules, molecules join to form organelles, and organelles join to form cell. These cells are the smallest unit of organism. These cells join together to make tissues, and then different tissues join to form organs. And when different organs join, they form organ system. All the organ system coordinate together to make an organism. This is how an organism came into being. We will discuss all these levels of organization with their definition in our upcoming slide. When it comes to types of organism, there are two types of organisms on the basis of cell organization. They are unicellular organism and multicellular organism. The unicellular organisms are those organisms which have only one cell, like amoeba, bacteria, and cholera. Another type is multicellular organism. Organisms which have millions of cells joined together are like plants and animals. In front of you, you can see levels of organization are of 5 types: cells, tissues, organs, organ system, and individual. You have to learn and memorize all of these levels in sequence. Cells are the smallest level and individual is the highest level. So the first simplest level is cell. The definition of cell is the building unit of living organism. You can see two types of cells, plant cells and animal cells. Here is the picture of animal cell. When cells join, they form tissue. So the definition of tissue is group of same cells with same job. Here is the picture of animal tissue. When tissues combine, they give rise to organs. Organs can be defined as group of different tissues performing related function. Here you can see a few of the organs to name: stomach, intestine, lungs, heart. And when organs join together, they form organ system. So organ system can be defined as group of organs together performing related function. Such as you can see digestive system, it has different organs like mouth, esophagus, liver, intestine, etc. When these organ systems join together, they make individual or a complete organism. So we can define an individual or an organism as different organ system working together. Now let us compare plants and animals organization side by side. Starting from the simplest level, that is cell, the plant cell is something like this, having a cell wall, a large vacuole, and a nucleus. It appears green because it has a lot of chloroplast. On the other side, we have animal cell. It looks like this, with no cell wall, small vacuoles, and a nucleus. When these cells join, they form tissue, and tissue appears like this: xylem tissues, phloem tissue, protective tissue, and photosynthetic tissues. We will discuss tissues in our next lecture. While the animal tissues have many examples like cardiac tissue, smooth tissue, and nervous tissue, and more. When tissues combine, they form organs. So we have plants' organs like leaves, roots, stems, and flower. On the other side, animals' organs include lungs, kidney, intestine, stomach, heart. When the organs combine, they form organ system. Plants are less developed, less complex organisms, so their organ systems are also less developed and less complex than those of animals. There are two organ systems that we will discuss in our next lecture, and they are transporting system and transpiring system. While the animal organ systems include digestive system, nervous system, circulatory system, excretory system, and reproductive systems. All these systems combine to make an organism, such as plants and animals or humans. Pause the video and summarize the lecture by observing this picture.